Meanwhile, you're always about women's business, always talking about the sisters, always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams, they've got walis, they've got their guardians, and it isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. And, this is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete here.
Disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, streak. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it that 9 quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life. Baby, I got mine, why you can serve my mind? Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Baby, get your life. Get your life. Baby, I got mine, why you can serve my mind? Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these cans tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, why the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life. Baby, I got mine, why you can serve my mind? Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Baby, get your life.
Get your life, boo.
Alrighty, good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your nighttime, it's your right time. DJ Music here with another episode of The Chop Shop. Y'all give me a 1 or 2 down there in the listening lounge if you can hear me. Y'all give me a 1 or 2. Hey there, Candy Cane. Hey there, Miss J. How y'all doing? How you doing? Good to see everybody. Good to see y'all. Some folks in the clouds. How y'all doing? Got that 1. Thank you very much. Well, you see it on the screen. Got to cover it, folks. It is what it is. It landed in the midst of, as Black YouTube and as a Black man that cares about my community, I got to put it out here. Y'all look at this. Look what's on the screen here. We got no disrespect, but we got an African. His name is Nana Kowak. I'm not sure how to say his last name. Common sense conversations, realism, calling out the BS of pro-Africa anti-ninjas. I think I might have to go ahead and give him a deputy badge. I'm going to have to deputize this brother because he's been pointing out them, as they call themselves, labeled themselves, the Passport Brothers. What's up there, ABT? How you doing? The Passport Brothers. Y'all know they in the news right now. They've been telling us for months. They've been telling us for months that the only reason they go over there to travel is they go over there to have fun, to find them a wife. Well, the first question I ask myself when them guys say that, where your wife at? Why we always find you guys that call yourself Passport Brothers that be traveling for coochie? Why we always find y'all later on in some turmoil somewhere or locked up somewhere, broke somewhere, begging somewhere, hoping somebody can get you back from where you just came from? Like the dude that got arrested, Floyd. We seen several videos of this loose nigga walking around with no shirt on, begging. We seen him in the airport, couldn't get out the airport because he had no money. What up there, Super Sly? How you doing? How you doing, good brother? Y'all make sure y'all check out Super Sly's channel, man. He's always on point there. Sly, if you don't mind, brother, drop your channel link down in the lounge there. Appreciate you, good sir. Look, every place you go, them Passport Brothers pop up to no good. What bothers me and troubles me the most is some of y'all niggas get up on these panels and run roughshod cover for him. Well, maybe he got set up with this. Maybe he got set up with that. Maybe he got mental problems. Maybe he this. Maybe he is exactly what he is, a shorty snatcher. You think he only did that on that part of the world? You think if not given the opportunity, if he could not get across that pond, that he wouldn't be snatching up some kid here? That he wouldn't be harming some kid, wouldn't be scarring some kid for the rest of their life? Exactly, Miss J. Too many damn excuses. Too many excuses about why. Grown men trying to run cover for Austin Hollerman, Floyd, and the rest of these loose niggas that's running around here trying to, soon as the lights came on, like roaches, what they do? They tried to scatter. Too late. They've been doing this investigation 3-4 months now. So no matter, you can't hide. The internet is forever. The internet is forever, niggas. And I'm going to be using that word a whole lot tonight because I won't refer to none of you men that I'm talking about tonight as black men. Y'all is some niggas. The same thing I say about the women, sometime I'm going to say to y'all because it affects me now. Because if I decide to go travel somewhere, they're not going to see me as just a black man coming over to travel. They're going to see me as one. You could possibly be one of them guys. If I wanted to go to the Philippines, if I wanted to go to Brazil, if I wanted to go to any of these countries right now, I'm under the radar simply because of the color of my skin and what y'all niggas been doing over there. I don't understand the no snitching code. You know, if you beat up somebody, you know, if you might have, I won't say that. But yeah, I can, in some cases, I can understand the no snitching code. That's a code among thieves. But one thing thieves can't do together is do crime because they always end up telling on each other. They're always snitching each other out. They say they ain't gonna tell on each other, but sooner or later, guess what they do? When they get caught, like Floyd probably doing right now, telling on somebody. Because anybody who think that once Floyd is convicted that he's gonna last a week in that Brazilian prison, you're out your fucking mind. I was in Miss Elite's platform. We're gonna get to that. I visited Miss Elite's stream last night. A couple fellas over there. When I got up on the panel, there was 6 fellas on the panel already. I made number 7. I had some business to take care of early. Of course, I do a jazz show on Tuesday. So by the time I got to it, I had missed what I wanted to. But I noticed as I sat there and listened, these 6 men, 3 in particular, would seem to be always having a reason why Floyd did what he did. Maybe his mama. Maybe he was this, maybe he was that. So I started formulating some questions in my head. I said to myself, what's the best way to talk to these dudes without offending them right away? So when I got up on the panel, I said, before I say anything, fellas, I want you to understand, hit dogs will holler. 6 men on the panel, plus me, 7. After I said what I said, 3 of them niggas went berserk. The other 3 stayed quiet. Wonder why that was. Because like I said, hit dogs will holler. And the loudest man in the room is usually the wrong man in the room. But let me just say this. For any of you folks that can get up on the panel, and I'm talking to you men, I'm not talking about the women, I'm talking to the men right now. Any of you grown-ass men can find any justification or any comparison to what Floyd was doing to a 6-year-old child, because this is not alleged, this is documented. You need to check yourself. You don't need to be up on a panel. You need to go sit down and sit in front of a mirror and evaluate who and what you are. Because if you can find any justification in a grown man seeking out vulnerable folks, a mother that's desperate, I'm not giving her a pass, but you got to think to what lengths a mother will do to sell her child to a predator. That's not isolated incidents. We've heard about that through the eons, that women selling their children to predators. That's one of the things they accused R. Kelly of, didn't it? That's one thing they accused Brother Polite of, didn't it? So it's not new. The game don't change, just the players. And in this particular round, the players are Austin Hollerman, Floyd, and any of you other niggas that was in them discords sending this man money to have sex while you were watching, especially if they were underage. Regardless of whether you participated or not, you still are part of that kitty snatching ring. And that was another thing on that panel last night. They were saying, well, what you mean, guilt by association? How could we stop a grown man from doing and saying what he said? First of all, don't have him on your platform. Go through the years that I've been here. See how many times Austin Hollerman's ever been on my platform. Go through the history of my, whatchamacallit, other than talking about Jay Prince. See how many times that nigga been on my platform. Well, there you have it. I don't know these folks. I just heard the name thrown around. But there you have it. But go on my platform and see how many times you're going to find one of them loose niggas front and center as the guest, as the star of my show. You won't. But I guarantee you some of you content creators have had Austin on your show, have had Obsidian on your show, have had Sotomayor on your show. It's one of you folks. I got to call out names. Freezy. You every Friday, if I peek in over there, I see Obsidian up on your channel. Why? Why? Why is he there? And then when you call folks out, talk about, well, there's nothing you could have done. Yeah, there's something you could have done. Not had that nigga on your panel. Let him play to his own audience. But anyway, folks, let me go. The monologue went a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But let me take this off the screen. And let's check out our first clip of the night here. And I may, depend on which one of you loose niggas pop out the clouds, I'll drop the link for you. Platinum, if you're up there. A little bit later on, we'll wait for that. That's going to be part 2. You know, yeah, I'm warming up. I'm trying not to put these two together. Let me take that off the screen there. And let's get on with our first clip. Check this out, folks.
Preso no Brasil por exploração sexual, agia livremente na...
Okay, I understood that. It says, good evening. There's an American YouTuber that arrived in Brazil to participate in sex tourism.
Na internet, mesmo tendo várias passagens policiais nos Estados Unidos.
Ele usava contas em aplicativos.
And he's talking about this guy has an extensive encounter with law enforcement in the U.S.
And absolutely he does. If you folks remember the first clip that I did on him, there's a whole nother side of Floyd. He's always been, as they say, he's always been an ain't shit nigga on both sides of the world. But then again, that's my point. If I could find it, some of y'all folks that support him, it should be easy to find as well. It should be easy for you to find that, to know that the dude that you were supporting ain't no good. And when you see his picture, when you look at Floyd, he just looks unkept. He just looks dirty. He just looks nasty. I can understand if you passed him on the street and mistakenly flipped him a quarter or something, because he looked like he belongs outside.
Portuguese really sounds like Spanish. So if you're a good Spanish speaker, you should be able to understand it. It's a hard language to speak, I think, but for Spanish speakers, it's quite easy to understand what they're talking about.
Perfis em redes sociais para agenciar encontros entre os clientes e mulheres, inclusive adolescentes. A Polícia do Rio procura mais integrantes dessa rede criminosa.
Calm down, put your hands straight out to your side.
For what crime are being detained for?
Do you have any weapons on you?
For what crime are being detained?
Okay, so this footage you're watching is one of Floyd's old videos with U.S. law enforcement. That's why it's in English.
And this is why I like my man. He took the time to go back and pull out a video that I was talking about the last time. He was already on this part of the world fucking with the police for no reason. The police should have blasted him in this situation. By all intents and purposes, this, and dare I say it, as they said in the Little Shop of Horrors, Seymour, the plant, some things need killing. So I'm wondering why, in this case, why the police had so much restraint. And you're absolutely right there, Candy Cane. Players don't need to go across the pond to get coochie. They sure do not. Matter of fact, a true player is lined up at the front door, ain't it? Any place he go, a true player, that's the last thing on his mind, if he want it, where he can get it. True player, coochie is not at the top of his list.
Bringing this up because the Brazilians are establishing that this person had an extensive criminal record in the U.S. and should have never been allowed into Brazil. especially now that Brazil requires a visa for U.S. citizens to go into Brazil.
For. You don't have a right to do this, you know that, right?
Floyd Wallace Jr. é youtuber nos Estados Unidos. Nos vídeos publicados no canal dele, uma série de confrontos com a polícia, prisões e polêmicas.
They're accusing me of disturbing the peace. Don't know how I disturbed the peace. I was minding my own business, exercising my constitutional rights.
O criador de conteúdo responde a processos em 13 estados norte-americanos. No Brasil, ele também gravou vídeos para a internet, até ser acusado de crimes contra crianças.
Now, one common thread about where every place we see Floyd and Austin Hollerman, it's never any place that's well-to-do. And I'm not talking about people that not well off. But it's funny how that's where you always see those folks at. They always find there's no way to say it, but those folks that are less fortunate financially, that they're struggling to make ends meet. This is where you see these guys at. Like I said before, wolf in sheep's clothing. I want to go back to what Platinum said last night on Miss Elite's platform. Well, they'll attack you if you point it out. So what? Let them attack you. If you ain't got nothing to hide, let them attack you all fucking day. Nobody gonna come over here and in no way, shape, or form, Platinum, affiliate me with Austin Hollerman or Floyd or any one of those guys. Me think thou protest too much. I don't know why I keep reverting back to that, but nigga, you got too mad for somebody that didn't even call your name.
Floyd Wallace Jr. foi preso no centro de São Paulo em uma operação conjunta entre a polícia paulista e a do Rio. Entre os itens apreendidos com ele, celulares e bichos de...
Somebody said that a grown man walking around with a teddy bear and a hand puppet is normal. He probably was just using that for, and no, yeah, we know exactly what he was using it for. Guarantee it, like I said in my first video, that teddy bear has a camera in it. That hand puppet is to make the child that he's after at ease. Look what I got. Try to play the Mr. Rogers neighborhood kind of said, oh, I'm not going to hurt you, but in the meantime, and from what I understand in the video of Floyd, this baby that he molested was not a willing participant. And then again, a child at 6 years old does not have the wherewithal to understand what's happening to him or her. Yeah, he sure does, Candy King. What's up there, HT Ball One? How you doing? Happy New Year and prosperous New Year to you too, there, good brother. Great show the other night. Thank you so very much, folks. HT is one of the great DJs here on Classic R&B Jams Radio. So on Thursday nights at 11 for 1 p.m. Make sure you 1 a.m. Excuse me. From 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Y'all make sure y'all check out my man spinning them house mix. We're going to get to talk about some house music too a little bit there, HT Ball One. So I'm glad you showed up. Leonard Roy. This nigga keep going through a picket fence. But anyway, let me get back to this. Look, there's no excuse for anybody on those panels or on these panels to try and run roughshod to why he had these things. Huh? No excuse. Grown man with all these recording devices, watches, cell phones, puppets, hard drives, external hard drives, storage information. But remember, every time we saw Floyd Jr., remember, he was always broke, had no money, needed some place to stay, needed somebody to take care of him. Who was doing it? Who was providing this man's lifestyle? However bottom of the barrel it was. Who was feeding him?
Still can't get my freaking head around this doll stuff, man.
Pelúcia. A investigação aponta que o estrangeiro usava a influência que tinha na internet para aliciar ou explorar sexualmente crianças e adolescentes aqui no Rio.
So I picked out a little bit from what this guy is saying. There's this investigation they are doing is not just Floyd. So they are accusing him. And yesterday we didn't really capture this part of our stream. They are accusing him of working for people. So there are guys.
Again, folks, in that first video, I was not too far off. I said he was not working alone. I said that he was not working alone. Just based on on what we saw, how him and Austin was hanging out. Somebody had to be affording his lifestyle. And now let's go ahead and bring it back to the United States. What's going on in the United States right now? What's hitting the news right now? The Epstein files. They're trying to convince us that one of the most prolific pedophiles in the world killed himself in jail. Think about this. Ghislaine Maxwell should be in a maximum security prison for what we know she did, what she admitted to doing, but yet she's in Club Fed. Let's go back to a couple years ago. The guy, Harvey, what's his name? Harvey Weinstein. Remember what he was doing to young folks? Prince Andrew across the pond. Yeah, the UK, you're not immune to this either. Prince Andrew is all up in the Epstein files. Guilt by association. That's why I came on that panel last night and said this out loud. Hit dogs will holler. When you turn on the light, roaches will scatter. We heard a couple dogs hollering last night, didn't we? Y'all go over there and check out Miss Elite's platform. Like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. I've dropped the description, the link to her channel in the description, along with a few others. The man that we're reviewing right here. I don't want to chop your name up, bro. So I'm just going to refer to you as my man, because I'd rather not say your name than to keep chopping your name and messing your name up. What's up there, Club Fortune? How you doing, good brother?
In the US that are asking him for certain materials, and he's working for those people. So he's sending this footage to those people. He's giving those girls out to those people. Not necessarily that he is involved with it. I mean, there's some of the cases where he is involved with it, but the bigger case is that he's a facilitator for that material for people here in the US. And this same report talks about the Brazilian authority.
Well, I don't know who you are there, Philip, but I'll go ahead. My channel's a little bit about everything, my man. I just like when you turn on the news at 6 o'clock, do you ask them what's going on in the news? You just watch it. Says right there, Chop Shop, keeping it real sometime. I talk about a little bit of everything. News, current events, sports, music, drama, bullshit. That's what my channel's about, just like most everybody else. Just about everybody else. An opinion channel, a reaction channel, whatever you want to call it. All right? That answer your question, Philip?
It is working with DHS here in the US, Homeland Security. That's actually how they were able to find his identity, his online records and his identity to match him with the data that came out of Uber. So private parties involved. Uber was involved as a company in helping find who this person was, Floyd in this case, and also the U.S. government is already involved. I've seen material, and I'll show it to you again, where countries where Floyd was in, especially Colombia, is also looking into some of his activities while he lived in Colombia.
No, not right now. There, ex Peter Lewis. No, I don't do a song request on this particular show, but I do have 2 shows that I do on air. If you have a request for some music, you can always leave me an email, or you can check out my Facebook page, or you can go directly to the website and leave me a request there. Either show up on my hardware on my system, or I'll read your particular request, but you'll have to listen to the show, because yes, I do requests, but not on this particular show. Okay. Well, I don't know too much about, I don't know why we're talking about panty shields, but anyway, I'm gonna let that go. I'm glad for that. Thank you for that information, though. I'm glad you're feeling fresh. I don't know why you chose to want to tell me that, but all right.
And I think the Brazilians are onto something very big. If I'm Austin Hollerman, I don't feel good about this.
Ele tinha perfis falsos em aplicativos de transporte e usava essas plataformas de corrida para gerenciar os encontros entre menores e pedófilos.
2 menores teriam entrado no veículo desacompanhadas e não sabiam direito com quem elas iriam encontrar, apenas informando que seriam com um homem mais velho e estrangeiro.
Em uma live nessa terça-feira, outro youtuber que aparecia em vídeo.
Okay, so otro YouTuber that has some relation with this guy.
Now, explain that away, Austin Hollerman. Explain the fact that there's several times in several places we've seen you 2 together. How do you get away from that? That's like Donald Trump trying to say that he didn't know Jeffrey Epstein. And there's a link down in the chat there, folks. Let me see if I can pull it back up. If you're interested in it and you want to see all that's going on in the with the new Epstein files, there it is right there. Go check it out. Appreciate that, HT Baldwin. But again, sometimes it's not guilt by association. It's not but what we think, it's what we see. And we see you 2 hanging out together in certain circles all the time. It's not coincidence that you 2 have met up in a foreign country. That's not coincidence. Coincidence is bumping into somebody at the airport. Damn, man, you over here too? Yeah, bro. And y'all going your separate ways. That's not coincidence. This is a coordinated meeting. Y'all was scheduled to hook up several times. So don't come on InnerTube now and YouTube now trying to tell everybody that you didn't know what this guy was doing. Of course you did. Of course you did. You knew everything he was doing. You probably saw some of the shit that he was doing. And allegedly, this is the only time I'm going to use this, you might have participated in some of the shit that he was doing.
Austin was involved in a real shit here in Kenya. Yep. Same dudes, man. I'm telling you, these guys are guilty as fuck. They are all involved. But as you can see, the Brazilians have already connected Austin to him. Of all YouTubers, why would they connect Austin Hollerman to this guy? That tells me the Brazilians are watching Austin Hollerman's.
Absolutely. Facts. Of all the YouTubers, of all the channels that's out there, all the channels that's on YouTube, why would the Brazilian authorities choose Austin Hollerman? Why didn't they come look at my channel? Why didn't they come look at, and I'm just going to say this just because some channels I know. Why did they come look at Bomb Cherry's channel? Why didn't they come and look at Big J's channel? Why didn't they come look at Super Sly's channel? Why didn't they come look at So-So channel, this So channel, in connection with Floyd? It wasn't hard to figure out who he's affiliated with. The rookie police knew that. And somebody in Miss Elite's platform last night said, FBI. Well, thank you. If you think that I sound that important, thank you. To make you pay attention, the only way that you're going to pay attention is that you think that I'm sneaking in trying to be the FBI. FBI for better information. That's what I'm about. That's the FBI I'm with, for better information. The fuck? Somebody coming someplace making some sense to y'all niggas, and the first thing they got to be is working for the police or in the FBI. Let that make sense. Leonard, I hope you in the clouds, because I'm just warming up. I'm thinking about you, nigga. I'm going to roast your ass. I'm going to teach you not to fuck with me. The longer I'm here right now, watching this bullshit, the madder I'm getting at you. You better be lucky I don't drink like you.
YouTube channel. I won't be surprised if there's an extradition request for this guy. I will not be surprised. I'm not saying there will be, but I'll not be surprised. I've seen a lot of these cases where I understand how it goes. These guys were together for a long time. There's no way he would know. And that's why he was quick. Same with the Gerello shit. This is why he was so quick to do a response video. But let's keep.
Well, again, folks, from what I understand, there was a few folks that was on Miss Elite's platform last night that was talking to Jay Rello. Seemed to be cooperative, seemed to answer questions. He wasn't, but I think Jay Rello understands that the level of his involvement is going to get him in some trouble. I think he understands that. I think he knows that. But he's not the only one running scared, folks. Again, I don't know Jay Rello, but there it is right there. For those folks that have heard of him before, look on the screen. I don't want to say alleged, because there it is right there. And you just heard my man speak about Jay Rello. One person is a rumor. Two people I got to think about it. Three, yeah, nigga, you did it. Especially when them three people coming from three different parts of the world that I've never met in my life. What they got to lie to me about you, folks? Common sense, folks. That's all I'm saying. So some of you brothers need to start using common sense. A lot of these panels would not exist if common sense was an order of the fucking day. Common sense tells me that Austin is involved with this shit. Common sense tells me the more I find out about Jay Rello, he may not be directly involved in it, but he's in this shit. Common sense tells me that.
Vídeos com Floyd, disse que o amigo tinha atitudes estranhas, mas que não esperava o envolvimento com menores.
I would have never thought nothing like that, but it's also not shocking. Like it.
You see, yesterday.
I would have never thought nothing like that, but it's not shocking. Again, I'm not one of them body languages experts, but you know, after you deal with people over the amount of years, you start to realize and understand when motherfuckers is lying to you or when they're inventing a story as they go along. He's looking down trying to find an answer to what he just said. It ain't shocking to me. Oh, I'm fucked up. Why wouldn't it be shocking to you that you see a grown man with children? Why wouldn't it be shocking to you, Austin? You stuck your hand in the bag of all shit. Now you watch him try to peddle his way out of it. Watch this.
We talked about how this could be used as evidence against Floyd. And the Brazilians picked exactly this moment to put in their broadcast. This thing that Austin said is going to help the Brazilian prosecutors. And also, whatever they find on Floyd's hard drive could, I'm saying could, okay, we got to be careful here, could implicate this guy. Because I have a feeling that the Brazilians are actually looking for this guy. He has a history with them that they don't like.
Absolutely. You remember a couple months back, couple years back, maybe even last year this time, the Brazilians was running Floyd out there. The news reporters were saying, if you see this guy, this is what he's over there for. They ran him up out of that country. Get the fuck up out of here trying to make the whole world believe that all we got is a bunch of whores over here. They ran them up out of there. But see, again, these guys, they only go to these low rent district, low income folks that barely have nothing. They go over there, like in the Philippines. Those of you been in the Philippines before, you know the American dollar holds some good weight over there. What, 20, 19, 30, or somewhere around there, 25 pesos to the dollar? If you've been in the military, if you've been to Subic Bay, if you've been to Angeles City, if you've been to any of the barrios in the Philippines, you know such things as Jergens lotion, chocolate candy, fresh fruit. That's currency to them folks, to some folks. You know, if you go to the clubs on McSide Drive, on one side is separated by the folks that like soul music and then the folks that like rock and roll music. But one thing both sides of those clubs have in common: girls dancing in cages, scantily clad. And we also know about the bar fines, that if you paid the club owner enough, she could be yours for 24 hours. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't tell me I haven't run into these guys that now refer to themselves as passport brothers, that are over there buying these girls out of these cages and out these bars, because when you're in the military, you ain't got to buy shit. That ID card, that green ID card that you got, is a hope to some of those women that they could convince you to take me back to the States. And it's no disrespect. But if you was to marry somebody that brought you back to the States, that showed you, it gave you a better life, why not? I have several Marines that had Filipino wives, straight from McSide Drive. And those who've been in the Philippines know what I'm talking about. Those who've been to some of the places in Korea know what I'm talking about. Those who've been to some of the places, Okinawa, they got a place called Whisper Alley. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So don't act like this shit don't exist. But one thing in common, most of these men are not out there rustling up children. Yeah, they're paying for the booty, but they're paying for grown women. Shore leave, that's what they call it. Go out there, you've been on a ship for 6 months. All you've seen is another hard leg. And then you walk into a club and they're all of these scantily clad, lovely brown women dancing under a light. You got $40 American dollars in your pocket. That's like $300 in the Philippines, in Korea. Or you don't even really have to leave the States. You can just drive right across the border to what they call Boys Town, Tijuana, Mexico, and get all you want. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So this guy here, Austin Hollerman, talking about he's surprised. What you surprised at?
They've played the long game. He knows it. That's why he never went back there. Even though he talks openly on his channels about going back to Brazil, he's never going to go back there because he has a history there. An extradition request for him to even testify could be a reason for them to bring charges on him.
Now, that's another thing I said in the beginning of my first video. This is an international incident. And from all what's going on now, what's Trump going to do? Trump needs something else to run roughshod, to run interference with what those Epstein files are doing. You don't think they're not going to use this? You don't think that all those folks that was running, think about this now. Marjorie Taylor Greene built her entire career with Trump nuts in her mouth. Lauren Boebert built her entire political career with Trump nuts in her mouth. Them two women walked away from that shit. Like I asked Pastor last night. So you mean to tell me you can sit up here and defend this guy? So I'm going to ask you this, sir. If some dude in a foreign country said, hey, I'm going to pay you such and such and such to record me having sex with this child, you going to do it? The automatic answer should have been what? No. Should have been no explanation behind it. But this nigga tried to give me an explanation of why. Go back and look for yourself. I'm not lying. Go back into Miss Elise's platform last night and listen to yourself.
Him, because I think this is the guy the Brazilians are really looking for. The amount of disrespect that he gave them, I don't think they've forgiven him. And now somebody that was his right-hand man involved in this shit, you know, all the signs point to more charges coming. Also, I saw on Razor's live stream, I went there yesterday. And I told them point blank, I wasn't on the panel. I just said, I was there for about maybe 10 minutes. But I super chatted and I said, you guys are all responsible for this shit. None of you are, and he went on a long-winded explanation as to why they are not. No, when you encourage guys like this to travel and they do this, you're responsible. When you fundraise for people like this to travel, you're part of it, okay? You're.
Again, I said this last week. So I'm glad, thank you to the person that pointed this out to me. Now you got a brother that I have never met in my life echoing the same sentiments that what I said last week. Yeah, you niggas is responsible. Whether you were part of what they were doing, whether you were aware of they were doing, you gave this nigga life. Anybody who had Austin Hollerman on their platform, you're responsible. Whether it's directly or indirectly. Anybody that super chatted this nigga when he said he was cross the water broke, anybody who super chatted him and said, hey, y'all, I got a girl in the room. I'm about to have sex with her. If y'all want to watch, send me a super chat. I need at least $100 so I can pay her up front. Like a ready teller. Like somebody just hit the lottery. You could hear the bells ringing. Clean with like they just pulled the handle. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you went to Vegas. Jackpot. Lonely. Horny. Watching somebody else they know stick their tallywhacker. And how do you do that? How are you all right with watching? I can understand watching porn because you don't know that dude. But how you watch another man that you've had some kind of conversation with having sex with somebody else and then turn around and have a conversation with him? What's the next? Man, I thought you had a bigger tallywhacker than that. The fuck?
You are part of it. You own it or shut up, right? Don't come out here and try to prove that you're righteous. You're not. You're not doing things right. I came here months ago talking about how these guys are effing up and why they need to clean up and grow up. And all of them were like, oh, this guy is a hater. Well, who's laughing now? Okay. And I said it was, you know, if Jirello didn't go down, very soon your time will come. And just like that, we didn't even finish the year, right? These videos were done in September. We haven't finished the year and you guys are going down one after the other. And if Brazil finds a way to criminalize your organization, which they are doing in their
they already did.
That's what they're
sir.
doing.
They already did. Yes, sir. They already did. They're considering this as an international crime ring. Because they know, we all know, regardless of what you say, yeah, he's stupid, but he ain't that smart. This guy on the screen, put him up full mass. We know Floyd ain't that smart. So you know he had accomplices. You know he had people helping him. You know these guys ain't got that kind of money. It ain't, from what I understand, it's not cheap traveling from these countries back and forth to Brazil. But I understand, you got to have at least somebody got to be helping these two broke niggas out right here. And you see a lot of these folks right now eliminating their channels. Too late. They got you. Too late. You can't scrub the internet of your cash apps that you sent this nigga, your super chats that you sent this nigga, the little personal notes that was on Discord and on your phone that you thought that no one was gonna see. Because one thing a criminal is, whether he's a sexual predator or somebody that broke into your house, one thing they are is lazy. They always slip up. They always slip up.
A criminal, or they use the word ring, a criminal ring. That's what they're calling the passport bros in Brazil right now. They're calling them a criminal ring. So if I'm like a guy like Skylar, I'm getting the fuck out of there. He's not
Another
any
name.
better. He's
Another name I never heard until this shit came off. I don't know who the fuck Skylar is. Apparently enough people know him to call his name directly tied into this shit. So that's what I go back last night when I said to Platinum and the rest of them folks on that platform, I don't have niggas like this around me. Why do y'all?
on record for telling people to come over there to participate in this stuff. He needs to get his ass out of there too. All the guys that were on his live stream talking about they were gonna go on a boat in Brazil. Now it's not the time to play these games. See, the charges that they have on this guy, these are not baby charges, man. These are things that put you in jail for life. If they have enough evidence, you get each count added all together. You don't do them concurrently. You're essentially in there for 60 years. That's a life sentence, okay? 60 years in the Brazilian prison.
No, sir. That's not a life sentence. That's a death sentence. Because he's not going to last 60 years in that prison, not in a Brazilian prison. Go around and folks, when you have some time, go around to the different countries, type in life expectancy in foreign prisons. For an American, it's not very long. Number one, you got to adjust to their diet. You got to adjust to their height. Because Japanese prisons are built for who? Japanese people. Yeah, there's some tall Japanese people, but the average American is at least almost a half a foot taller than the average Japanese person. I think we're what, 5'9", the average person here. The average Japanese man is what, 5'7", 5'8". Damn, I want to say 5'6". Yeah, you can stick a fork in him. They're gonna stick more than a fork in him when they catch him. And the bad thing about it, they're gonna listen. I can paint a gruesome picture for you, because that's what's gonna happen to Floyd. You can say that again. And even the American prisons, once they find out what you did, especially if it's in harming the child, they get you. The difference between the American prisons and the Brazilian prisons, over here, they fuck you. They pass you around. They make somebody's girlfriend. You be washing drawers like Leonard Roy. They make you sit down when you pee like Leonard Roy, bad knees and all.
Will feel like 100 years in an American prison, man. It's not a joke. They don't play games over there. Well, let's keep listening.
It's based off how strange he was. It's not shocking. But when I was with Floyd, I'd never seen him look at any children or anything, or maybe I didn't notice, you know. But
you see why I'm saying these guys are dummies? Why would you even say this? Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, this is above your level of intelligence. Somebody's about to go down for one of the most heinous crimes in the books anywhere on this planet. There's an established relationship between you and that person that everybody knows. There's enough online videos to prove that. Then you go out there, and then I'm not trying to help Floyd here, but you go out there and you say a thing like this, of course they're going to play this in court. they will play this in court because they're getting a first-hand description of who this person was from a guy that was very close to him. But these dumb Negroes don't understand that they need to shut the fuck up when it comes to things like this. The same way they vlog their lifestyles, they'll go out there and they tell on themselves. Like, how can you respect people like this, bro? Like, Julia says, I had respect for the Passport Bros, but no more after I watched it. No. I think you need to distinguish between just regular travelers that are genuinely looking for a decent relationship from the Passport Bros. These Passport Bros are just tourists that go from country to country and they pay for bucks. They are not even going into relationships. They are not dating women. They are not going to restaurants. They're not having conversations with women. They're just buying bucks. Okay. They're just
and folks, that is the absolute difference. That's why I let that run for a little bit, because that's what I saw in my time in the military. I've been to a lot of places in this world. The military afforded me to go to some places that I've only would have dreamed of on a map when I was a kid. Places like Japan, places like Korea, places like Mendenhall, England, places like Osan, Korea, Yecheon, Korea, Busan, Korea. I've been literally boots on the ground at those places. So I know exactly what he's talking about. There's a difference between the tourist and the businessman. Those tourist men that we see over there and sprinkled amongst us, again, as a black man, you stand out in those countries. Not because of your money, it's because of your skin. When you walk into, when you're going down McSide Side Drive, folks see you because you're a black man. If you go to Mendenhall, England, folks see you because you're a black man. If you go to Copenhagen, Denmark, folks see you because you're a black man. So imagine now when you go to Brazil, although there's, regardless if you believe it or not, folks, there's a whole lot of dark Brazilians over there that look just like us. Ain't much difference. We might have some cousins over there that just didn't make it across here on that slave trade. But they just as dark as I am. Put them in 8 o'clock in the morning together, put me in 8 o'clock in the morning together, you're bound to get midnight. So this idea of these guys talking about they don't know, or I'm guessing, or I never saw, that's what you say once you've been cornered. I never saw. Well, I don't know. I didn't think. I didn't think he could be like that. Yes, you did. All of y'all thought he could be like that. Why? Especially for those ones who took your shit down. Y'all parlayed too long. Y'all laid up in that filth too long. Now it's coming to get you. Because the Brazilians have labeled you an international terrorist, and well, not terrorist group, crime organization, and you gonna get it. Ain't that right, melanated vessel? And she's absolutely right, folks. What's gonna happen is that they're gonna need a distraction. Trump already identifies black people with the Democratic Party. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to use that as saying, see, the Democratic Party is full of pedophilic behavior. Look at them. Look at them. They call themselves sex tourists. Who does that? Who labels themselves saying, I'm going out of the country to get some pussy? All this pussy in the United States, I'm sorry, ladies, but all this pussy in the United States, you got to leave town to get it? There's brown pussy, there's yellow pussy, there's red pussy, there's all kinds of different shades of pussy out here. You got to leave town? You got $20 pussy, you got $40 pussy, you got $50 pussy, you got $3,000 pussy, and you got to leave town? The Passport Brothers, they were proud of that moniker a couple of months ago, weren't they? They was yupping it up in the streets. Oh, we're one of the PassportBro brothers. They all with y'all black women just mad because we chose to go elsewhere. No. If you choose to date outside your race, what's the best thing you can do about it? Mind your damn business. I don't need to know. Ain't my business who you sleeping with. The color of your spouse's skin has nothing to do with me. Who you decide to lay down with has nothing to do with me. When it becomes my business, when we got to talk about niggas like this, the Austin and Hollermans of the world, to make all of us look bad. No matter how we try to get away from this, folks, this is a stain on black men. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. This is a stain on black men. It's going to take us a while to get over this. Like I keep saying, y'all know the damage one ignorant Negro can do. Look, write it now. Look at it now. That's the damage one ignorant Negro can do. But yet we're on stream after stream about the ills of black women. You go over there to DJ Hamp, what him and Fatty arguing again? Wait a minute, speaking of Fatty, wasn't he one of them guys that had some dudes on his panel saying, yeah, if she was 14 and if it was illegal, or she was 12 and if it was legal, I'd marry her. And then try to clean it up, but we haven't had sex. Well, how the fuck do you consummate a marriage if you don't have sex with him? Huh? Why would you marry somebody that you're not going to have sex with? The fuck?
Because it's illegal in the U.S., so they're doing it overseas. They're just Johns, you know, like guys that buy women that are sexually trafficked. So for them to even form an organization like this, I don't know why BMT and these other guys are so proud of this.
There's
shit.
Another name.
Why would you be proud of something this degenerate, you know, like, and now you're touching little girls that are, one of the victims is allegedly 6 years old. 6, baby in diaper, literally just came out of a diaper a year ago. Yeah, Floyd is going to be into the 5th, I think, is the first day. He'll probably have a court hearing. He's going to spend Christmas and New Year's in jail. They are expanding this investigation into Colombia and in other parts of Latin America where they've been. And they believe there's a bigger criminal syndicate. And by what I think they're describing is the guys that are actually sending money specifically for specific tasks. There's a video on my YouTube channel if you haven't watched it. It's a clip from yesterday's stream where we have 2 guys actually in video asking to speak to a dyke because they had given Floyd money for them to be able to have a conversation with her. Those 2 people are of interest to me because I seen one of them on Razor Razor's live stream yesterday, which means he's a very active member of the criminal network, the PassportBro criminal network. Because from this here on, we're going to refer to them as a criminal network, okay? According to the Brazilians, for the purposes of this case, the PassportBro movement is now a criminal network, okay? I did say it in Kenya. You guys can go back again, watch my Kenyan live streams. I said it when they were in Kenya that this is a criminal organization. It's there. I'm going to look for it. My Skins Money is a very good clip.
And I dropped his channel link and a link to this video, folks, down in the description. Y'all make sure y'all get over there and like, subscribe to my man's channel. Again, I'd rather call him my man, or I'd rather say what's up, dude, than to butcher somebody's name. To me, to call somebody to repeatedly saying somebody's name incorrect is more of an insult than anything else. So again, big ups to you there, brother. I dropped it, dropped the description down in the chat there, folks. Make sure you get over because hey, he's in this. And I don't mean in that way, but he's giving out the news. He's always doing updates, letting us know what's going on, because this news cycle is not going to go away. And if you notice where it hasn't reached yet, we haven't heard about it on mainstream media yet. It hadn't caught the other white organizations yet. And I say that white, when I say white, we got, just like we got this, y'all call black YouTube, there's a white YouTube too. So they're not talking about this yet, but imagine when they do. Imagine when Jason Whitlock gets a hold of this. Imagine when Nick Fuentes gets a hold of this. Imagine if Charlie Kirk was still alive and he got a hold of this. Do you think anybody that sees this footage, that if us as black men travel to Korea, Brazil, if we want to go to Rio with our families and we just happen to be out walking on the beach, you don't think they're going to say, I wonder if he one of them passport brothers. Guilt by association. That's what these niggas have had created. Now, I'm gonna leave that there, folks. Again, I'm gonna move on to something else, because again, how could you not see this? How could you watch this and not know that these guys are a bunch of degenerates? Check this.
You know, this is a big chance for the nice guys, right? I'm gonna show you something. Did you know that the nice guys win in Thailand? They win in the Philippines. They win in Brazil. They win in Colombia. They win in DNR. They win in Switzerland. They win in Germany. They win in foreign countries where the modern day country, America, you don't win. You're too nice, you're boring. I need a bad boy. That's what they do in the modern country.
32 passport bros have been found dead in Colombia between January 2023 and October 2020.
32 of them loose niggas that went over there looking for coochie met their demise over there. 32 of them. Is that not enough for some of y'all that label yourself the passport brothers? Is that not enough? Out of them 32 people, how many of those 32 people was just there for the culture, was just there for the experience? We can't ask them what they were there for. As far as they were concerned, they were a passport brother, and 32 of them, they gone. They're gone. I don't feel no sympathy for you. It's in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. Because when you go over there, you're gonna step in it and you're gonna get it.
And that's just in the city of Medellin alone. The number of thefts committed against these foreigners has also increased 200% in the third trimester of 2023. And you know, I don't have a problem with people trying to find love. I do, however, have a problem with men traveling to poorer countries to take advantage of their women. And it seems that the Colombian government and gangs have a problem with this as well. Quoting the mayor of Medellin, anyone who thinks they can come here for and tourism, we don't want any of that here. What's not bragged about as much in the passport bro community is that many times these gangs are actually forcing underage girls to sign up for dating profiles to lure them.
Now, I want y'all to understand this. Medellin. When you think Medellin, the next word that comes out your mouth is usually cartel. They overlooking drugs. The mayor is overlooking all the drugs that come out of that city. The cartels, the Sinaloa cartel, the Medellin cartel. Y'all know who is world famous for that. To talk about these niggas. The mayor is talking about these passport brothers. So for those of you who think that you could have scrubbed your internet, your WhatsApp, your Facebook Messenger, your TikTok Messenger of any affiliation, or do you think you can come up here and have a live stream and say, well, I wasn't part of that, I was just, no, sir. Don't tell us. Tell them when they come see you. Tell them when they come see you why you had an affiliation. I heard their name Razor Ray's pop up a few times. I don't know the brother, or I don't know the man. But somebody gonna ask a question about you, Razor. I heard the name Scarlight come up a few times. I don't know the man. But somebody gonna want to know why you got an affiliation with these two dudes.
these guys in. So these Colombian men are really just Chris Hansening these guys, except with much more serious consequences. So to the passport bros traveling to other countries to have sex with children, or the ones that are just traveling to take advantage of these women, know that those actions are now coming with consequences. And realize that these women are human beings who want to be loved and taken care of and not just treated as submissive slaves. And to the passport bros gonna come at me saying that's not the point of passport bros, how many of you have come home with wives?
None of them.
It's just a cheeky name for tourism.
While you are miserable, I'm done playing. I'm the prize. As long as I know why I'm the prize, let me show you why I'm the prize. Let me show you why I'm the prize. Why? Let me show you why I'm the prize. Because the fact that I can travel, that I can leave the country when I want, when I can leave the United States when I want to, and be happy. While you are miserable. No, I don't have a job. She has a job.
Did y'all hear that? No, I don't have a job. So that contradicts everything you just said, but why did it take me to catch that? No, I don't have a job. So you can't leave the country when you want, how you want, and why you want. You got to go first to somebody to put you on the plane, and then somebody to get you off the plane, somebody to give you some place to live, somebody to feed your nasty, crusty black ass. But you the prize? You the prize? You remember back in the day, there used to be a Cracker Jack box, and there'd always be a secret toy in the whatchamacallit. Sometimes you get a toy, and sometimes you get that bullshit ass so-called tattoo that you lick and stick on your arm. You ain't want that prize, because that wasn't no prize. You just ate the candy-coated popcorn and peanuts and threw the prize in the trash. Because, nigga, if you the prize, you should have been thrown in the trash, just like you look trashy. Just like you living trashy. And we can see that young lady that's next to you. We all know that you gotta know that that's an underage child. You know what I'm talking about, Miss J. You know what I'm talking about. Lasted for about 5-10 minutes. Caramel coated Cracker Jacks.
I don't.
I don't tell them when I travel anymore. Because the minute that I tell them I travel, they're like, all right, he's a colored man, single, and travel.
Did y'all hear that? What color are you? All right, he's a colored man. But last week, I'm a proud brother. Now today, y'all know who this is on the screen? I don't know him, never seen him in my life. But why would this nigga take us back 60 years to call us colored? To get out of the shit that he in. Again, listen, look out there, running for cover. Click the light, turn on the lights. Light a candle. This is a raid. Or you niggas lead a dance floor. Raid.
Oh, he's a passport bro. You know, I hate being called that shit now. I used to, bro, just a couple years ago, Kings, passport bros, when you...
Words matter. I hate being called that shit now.
Were called the passport bros, like, yeah, we're passport bros, right? Now it's like, oh man, don't call me that, man. I know passport bro. You know, it's a complete 180 because of what it's been turned into. It started off as such a great thing, and it's been turned into basically S-tours because a lot of these bad guys are giving us such a bad name. And
they put him in the back of the SUV. They didn't even let this dude sit in the side. They put him in the back of the SUV. Listen, when I'm telling y'all, look, I don't give a fuck if them niggas get offended. I'm almost okay with them going over there. And, you know, they'll sit there and say, oh, Anton, you dick policing. No, I'm not. I'm just calling out predatorial behavior.
When?
You was a lame here.
When, folks? Can anybody pull up a stream to where Anton has called out this behavior? Can anybody pull up a stream up until now that Anton has called out this behavior? Can anybody? Can anybody, I'm using my Umar vernacular, can anybody pull up a stream? I say again, can anybody pull up a stream where this nigga right here is condemning this activity?
And you were lame there, and you liked kids, and you went to a place where you felt like you could go and do it a little bit more effectively. I'm telling you, bro, listen, y'all keep acting like I'm the bad guy because I identify dudes that are out there doing some of the worst things ever. And they think that just because they go to another country, that it makes them valid.
Well, who'd you identify to, the Anton? You say you got this huge platform and you knew who they are. Why haven't you exposed them before now? Why are you just talking about it now, sir? When? Never. You're absolutely right, Club. Never. I've never heard him. And believe me, I've been to your streams enough that I've never heard you mention this until now. Like I said, these niggas don't have content, folks. They don't have content. Again, you know, they always say, well, you're just trying to get clout off of Anton. What clout? Him and I reporting on the same damn thing. What's the clout? He giving his opinion about the Passport Brothers. I'm giving my opinion about the Passport Brothers. The only thing that separates his opinion from mine is the subs. Sugar Hill, what's up there, brother? Yes, indeed. That's the sad part about it. This nigga a lame himself. I ain't got to say it. Somebody said it for me. I'm just repeating. This is hilarious. Anton is a lame damn self. I ain't never met Sugar Hill before. Dropped out the clouds just to let me know he agreed with me. Now that it's on, we ready to jam. Get all you people to clap your hands. Tonight we gonna scream and shout. We gonna turn this motherfucker out. Since y'all like to get on y'all streams and sing, play different folks' music, tell niggas that they ain't real DJs. I'm bringing out all these different songs to let y'all folks know I've been around these blocks for a while. You got to get up pretty early in the morning to pull one on me there, Anton, Leonard. I ain't got nothing to do. It's the last day of the year. May all acquaintance be forgot after this, because if you come January 1st, if you talk about me, Leonard, I'm going to finish you off. Anton, I don't give a fuck. If you say something about me, I'm going to finish you off. I've been Mr. Nice Guy, but 2026, I got more days behind me than I do ahead of me. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And that includes some of you women, too. Enough is enough for some of y'all women out here disrespecting folks just cause you can type it in the chat room. I'm going to start calling some of y'all out too. Don't get mad when I use the B word. Because you don't get mad at them other women when they do it. Sitting up on these panels looking casket ready. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Letting some man disrespect you. Hey there, Bridget, how you doing? Talk all up under your dress. Talk all up under your clothes. Call you this, call you that. And the next time he fire up a live stream, you're back over there. Trying to prove he right. That turtle-looking guy. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Valid in being able to do it. No, you're not valid in being able to do it. You still a sexual predator, and y'all want to act like, oh no, man, listen, the women is just more submissive over there. All of this other shit, bullshit.
But Anton, that's what you've been telling them niggas that's listening to you. The women are more submissive. Other groups of women are more submissive than black women. That's what you've been saying. That's what you've been preaching, nigga. Wait a minute. Where that? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Where am I at? I forgot it. There it is.
When I'm telling y'all, look, I don't give a fuck if them niggas get offended. I'm almost okay with them going over there. And, you know, they'll sit there and say, oh, Anton, you dick policing. No, I'm not. I'm just calling out predatorial behavior.
Nigga said he almost
You was
okay.
a lame here, and you a lame there, and you like kids, and you went to a place where you felt like you could go and do it a little bit more effectively. I'm telling you, bro, listen, y'all keep acting like I'm the bad guy because I identify dudes that are out there doing some of the worst things.
Again, somebody go to Anton's stream. Go to Anton's platform. Go to Anton's website. Go to Anton's LinkedIn. Bring me back the video of Anton calling this out. You got several places to go find him. I think he got a Rumble channel. I think he got a LinkedIn. All these places. Now, I want you to go over there, find his video archives on YouTube, and show me one stream that this nigga called out this behavior.
Ever. And they think that just because they go to another country, that it makes them valid in being able to do it. No, you're not valid in being able to do it. You still a sexual predator. And y'all want to act like, oh, no, man. Man, listen, the women is just more submissive over there. All of this other shit. Bullshit. Bullshit. I believe it's called sex tourism. You a trick. You a John. And now we're starting to discover that you're a pedo. You're a...
But again, Anton, this is what you was telling them guys. If they don't want to give up the box here, go across the sea over there. Spend you some money. You've been telling them that. I've heard that out of your mouth. It's all right. It ain't tricking if you got it. Hey, if you can afford to go over there, what is this right here, HT? What you got there? What you got right here? Let me see this. Tell me, let me know what it is, and if I can go pull it up there, HT. What's that? What's this video here? Yes, Bridget. Get your passports. Go out, see the world. Go out and experience all. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'm gonna hold on to that, HT. I might have to pull that up a little bit later on, because if I'm wrong about it, then I'll give credit where credit's due. But we're gonna find out here in a minute. Let's finish this.
John, now let me preface this by saying that it only applies to the people that get offended. The only people that get offended are the ones that I'm talking about. Again, I say it, and I use this example all the time. If somebody say, oh, man, all black men is broke, you know why I don't get offended? Because me nor all of the people that I'm around, a lot of black men that I know, are not even close to broke. They are thriving and surviving. So I would never respond and get offended when somebody calls something out because...
But you did. We saw you have a hissy fit because you wasn't invited to the reindeer games. You thought your YouTube channel gave you carte blanche to the city to where there's some event going on and you wasn't invited. And you tried to figure out why. You got on and asked your folks, well, why wasn't I invited? These folks know me. Just goes to show you, no, they don't. See how contradiction you are? Now it stopped being about what really went on. This stream is now all about you, Anton. It's all about you. Listen.
We know over there in Colombia, they telling y'all to get the fuck out of there because y'all over there fucking up the money. The Dominican Republic is poor as hell, and that's the only reason that they continue to let y'all over there is because they ain't got no other way in order to make money, especially over in some of these cities that's some of the most degenerate places. They're not thriving. They're letting you come over there because they know that they ain't got no money. So in order for them to be able to survive, they got to let you come over there and feed their people with the American dollars that you bring in on your Spirit flight.
Now, I want y'all to listen to what he just said. I want you to really, really think about what Anton just said. He said this should have been about Floyd and the heinous acts that he did over there. But Anton just tried to lump an entire country or entire region that the only reasons that Americans can come over to their country is to buy sex, or in this case, to be a pedophile. That's why they let Americans into their country. Tourism is big in every country in the world. Folks come from different parts of the world to be what? To go to the Golden Gate Bridge, just to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge. Folks come from all over the world tonight at 12 o'clock. Guess where they'll be? Tonight, Eastern Standard Time tonight. Folks from all over the world will be at Times Square to watch what? The Big Apple drop. You go to the Peach in Georgia, there are going to be folks all over the world. Tourism. Tourism is what drives some countries. It's an essential part of some countries' economy. But that don't mean because it's there, that don't mean you exploit it like these men are doing. How did they exploit it? By coming over there using under the guise of having a good time, coming over there snatching up children. If you go over there to have you a good time, to sow your wild oats, like my man said, that's your business. It's now our business when we found out who you were snatching up. Kids.
So for the people that are traveling to these countries because they truly care about the weather, the culture, they want to see something different, they want to, whatever. And if you just so happen to meet a person that you fall in love with, that's a completely different conversation. This ain't applicable to expats, and this is not applicable to people that actually do things the right way. Now, if you're doing things the right way, then you wouldn't give a fuck. But this sicko is...
Now, see, like I said, folks, even the sun shine on a dog ass if he hold it up right. Anton, I absolutely agree with you on that. Because right now, the only reason I would ever worry about going to Brazil is because I'm thinking once I get to the airport, I sure hope these folks don't think I'm one of them.
I think more of a closer reflection of what I see being communicated than anything else. And just because they don't say it out loud, don't mean that you can't read between the lines. We know when niggas are sexual predators. You know the difference. You can tell. You can see it in their eyes. Hold your motherfucking L. Hold your L. Hold your L. Hold your L. The biggest tricks ever. The biggest tricks ever. The biggest Johns you'll ever see in your life. The only difference between them and the niggas that get arrested on the streets that get caught up in these things is that most of the time they can get away with it because they go into a different country where they allow for sex tourism. That's all it is. It is. Think about it for a second.
Listen. Listen, folks. That's enough for you, Anton. Let me remove that off the screen. Listen here, folks. Sex tourism is not legit, okay? They can call it that all they want to. But if a man or a woman is traveling to another country, I can guarantee you, if you sit next to them on the airplane, and if you ask them, hey, man, why are you going to Brazil? Oh, just to see the country. Oh, just to experience the culture. Guarantee you. Oh, and to get some pussy. Ain't coming out his mouth. Or, hey, Miss Lady, what you going to Brazil for? Oh, to see the culture. To lay on the white sandy beaches. To lay on the lava rocks. And hope I can find some dink-a-link when I'm there. There's one you had to. Let me see if I can pull this up there, HT. Y'all hold on a second. 'Cause let me. Where's it at? Where is it at? Where did we put it? I had to scroll back up there, HT. Let me see if I can find it. Hey, drop that link for me one more time there, HT. Let me. I don't know why I missed it. Where's it at? There it is. Let me see if I can get to it. Won't let me click on it. Let me go over here. Let me see if I can click on it from over here. Let me see if I can pull on it from there. No. Hold on just a second. Some weird shit. Y'all hold on just. I had some visitors there, folks. Somebody, I guess, burnt something. Hey there, Brucey. How you doing? I can't pull it up there, HD, about one. But again, folks, if you want to see the difference in opinions of Anton and what he's doing, go check it out. But now, let's on to our main feature here. Let me pull this up. Last night, as y'all heard me say, last night, I was on Miss Elite's platform. While I was there, I ran into this guy named Leonard Roy. For some reason or the other, Leonard Roy decided to talk shit to me. Maybe you don't know who I am, Leonard Roy, or maybe you thought I was just somebody that was going to allow you to get away with that. I'm petty. So no, you're not going to get away with it. So first off, y'all look at this nigga right here. Look at this nigga. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Knees bad. Listen. No disrespect to anyone that's a part of the LGBT, the alphabet community, but am I correct or am I incorrect? But this is music that you hear in a gay establishment, the Sylvester, the You Make Me Feel Mighty Real, the It's Raining Men anthem. No disrespect, but I'm here clowning. All right, thank you there, HT. But I'm clowning. So again, no disrespect to my brothers and sisters in the alphabet community. But this nigga pissed me off. Let me take me a sip of this coffee so my mouth don't get dry. Unlike them chapped ass monkey lips that you was out there spouting last night. Y'all ever seen Leonard? Y'all ever seen Leonard open up his mouth? Ain't my joke. Next tooth, 1 mile. This nigga was on Miss Elite's platform last night, not picking his gums, but picking the space between his teeth. I don't know what you've been eating, but it's obvious it been there for a while. because you kept doing it, and you just didn't do it with a toothpick. You had some big ass piece of shit hanging in your mouth. I don't know what it was. Looked like a credit card or a keychain or something. Dig it in between the cracks of your mouth, not the crack of your ass, because they probably smell exactly. Your mouth probably smelled exactly like your ass. Do a little more dancing for me there, Leonard. Come on. Oh, shucky ducky crack crack. Look at that nigga. Do you wanna party with me? Look at it. Nigga, you should have known better than to fuck with me. I ain't done with you. What I want to know is what would make you record this shit? What would make you think it was a good idea for you to get on the live stream and do the hucklebuck? Because that's what we called that back then, the hucklebuck. What would make you think it was all right as a 65, 66, looking every bit of it too, by the way. Looking every bit of it. 5 miles of bad road. And I'm in a motherfucking Pedō with a 50-mile tire. That's what you look like, nigga. 5 miles of bad road. Why would you open up your mouth to me? Why would you say anything to me? Hey there, Brownie, how you doing? I told you, you damn skippy, Miss J. I'm super petty. I grew up in the era of you had to learn how to play the dozens. So, Leonard, since you started it, I'm going to finish it. Now, if you do another damn stream about me, I'm going to go collect some more bullshit on you. But after I'm done with you here, you probably won't do any more streams. You'll probably run your mouth. You'll probably go over there and do a 5, 6, 7 minute clip of your Lipton soup coolers before you go make your beer run to go get your old English. When you crack the can, you can smell the all shit coming out of it. Who at 65 years old still drink Falstaff, OE? Come on, dance for me, nigga. Do you want to party with me? Come on. Get it, Leonard. Look at them knees. Look at them knees. Look like a fucking skeleton. Y'all hear that? Look at him. Nigga, I ain't done with you yet. Y'all hold on a second. Y'all sit there and watch Leonard make an ass of himself one more time. Let me back it up a little bit. I got some more shit for you. You shouldn't have fucked with me, Leonard. I warned you. No. Where we at here? Where we at, Leonard?
So, in your book, you are credited with giving house music its name. And Frankie spoke about it in
Okay. Now, listen. Y'all look at that. Look at this nigga right here. Look at him. Look at him. Hair, let's start there. Look like rat shit and syrup. Dusty. Shirt, it's a medium. And that's about to fall off you. A raccoon ain't got shit on you. Them rings of Saturn around your eyes. Nigga, you's a light-skinned, ugly motherfucker. Turkey neck. Newsflash. On your own damn shirt, you don't care. I don't care either. Why would you put this up on the screen for a nigga like me to get a hold of? Why did you do it to yourself? Sucking up all the white man's air, white power. Now, Leonard says that he was the inventor of house music. Well, y'all remember the movie The Temptations? And there was a part of the movie where the original Temptations was, what, five of them before David Ruffin. But before they reached that fame, they left one of the original Temptations. He was in a bar one night. And he said, fuck it, I quit. I don't want to do this no more. But the other Temptations stuck it out, and they finally got their big break with Motown. So when he heard that number one hit song, he was in a bar. And guess what? Guess what? That's Leonard, who Leonard is. He left with the so-called house movement music before it became popular. And because he was in affiliation with some folks, you can go around, you know how when somebody cops somebody else's story and they tell it? Listen to this. Living vicariously through somebody else, through your own fucking failures, because you had no belief in yourself. So you had to go back and pick up somebody else's story to make them believe that you are part of it, because you got an honorable mention. See, I didn't attack you as a DJ, Leonard. You attacked me without even knowing me, without even knowing that I have DJs on my radio station, that I've been in this business for over 20 years. Maybe not on the level that you are known to, a turntable DJ, but I've gotten past that. He met, that's right, exactly, HT Baldwin. He met a motherfucker. He was a local club DJ. He met a motherfucker. But y'all listen to this.
Video. Please tell us your story about how'd you name it house music?
Okay, this is what happened. My mother, when she heard me doing the different things I was doing, she was like, well, why don't you get some of this old music basement of the house, which I was living in the basement anyway.
Okay.
See if your young friends like that, you know, you're doggone, like, okay. All right, let me see. So I'm messing around with the music, right?
Okay.
And, you know, certain parts of a song got that one part that's, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
How can I keep it going longer?
Right.
But I didn't have 2 copies.
Okay.
So what I did was I had 2 cassette players. So I would record a little bit. I will push play on that recorder and then put.
Now, y'all heard me on several occasions. For those of you who've heard me talk about my, that's listened to my radio station, you've heard me on several occasions hear me say that exact same thing. Does that mean I invented mixtapes? There was a point in time, if you've ever been to Iwakuni, Japan, and if you were part of Mag 14, Mag 15, or whatever, there was 4 Quonset huts, like the Goma Powell style, full of music. And me and a bunch of my friends, we used to go there every night, and we used to make mixtapes. At that time, we just called them just putting music together. Selling for $5 here, $2 there. Basically, Leonard, that's the same thing that you were doing, except for you were doing it with a turntable. Again, I'm not trying to take away from your abilities, but you damn sure try to take away from mine. So what you're doing is not nothing new, because you have to understand something. What you were doing is nothing new. Somebody did start something, and you just gripped on to it. You just latched onto it, nigga. That's all you did. But keep listening here. Listen to what he says now.
The record on with the other recorder recording. Stop that part. I just did a whole just over and over and over until I got like a big enough chunk of a loop.
Right. Now, do you remember which record that was?
Oh, Eddie Kendrick's He's a Friend.
Okay. All right.
Now, if you folks know this Eddie Kendrick song, He's a Friend, you know that is more of a disco song. And you know it's not an up-tempo song. So at that point in time, how could you, without the proper equipment, Leonard, speed that song up? Go listen to Eddie Kendrick's He's a Friend. So basically, you was doing slow house music. See, this is right. That's exactly it, HT Ball One. You would either, with the tape, you would cut out a little piece of the reel to reel, or a little piece of the cassette, and you would splice that together. You had to be good at it, or you fucked up. You fucked up the music. You had to be very good at it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm speaking to a fellow DJ that's been in this business just as long or longer than I have. So far, HT Ball One, do I know what I'm talking about? There it is. He's been a DJ since 1984. I got 1 year on you. My first gig was in 1983. So we both seen the transitions of where DJs came from and what they've processed to and what they are now. Am I correct?
I want to give context of what record was at that
Oh
time.
yeah, that was that bass line in there, because I'm a bass player, so that did it. So when I was doing that, playing the tapes and the records at the bitter end, Mr. Tough, he had said, what's kind of.
Now, I want y'all to look at that side view of that nigga right there. Look at that side view. Could you imagine having to wake up in the morning as a woman and look at that shit? Because that's, ladies, if you were sleeping with him, that's what you'd wake up to, a nigga looking just like that. Ugh. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine when he lay down on you, get up in the pillow in the morning, all the shit that from all them craters and shit done seeped onto the motherfucking pillowcase? You can't wash it. You got to throw it away. Could you imagine what that nigga breath smelled like with all that space between his teeth? All kinds of impurities. Crass, the gravity creeps is in that motherfucking having a battle royal. Look at that motherfucker. That's the side view, and you still can see the gaps in his mouth. I didn't say mouth. I said mouth. Oh, I got a surprise for him, HT Baldwin. I'm gonna let him talk.
DJ and assist. I was like, oh, house music. They like it. Okay, I'm gonna put a sign in the window. So he went and ripped off the cardboard sign off a box.
Okay.
Wrote on there, "We play house music," and put it right in the window.
Ah.
That's as far as it go with me.
Okay.
Then that's where I met Frankie at, because they were driving past and they seen the sign and it was like, what's that?
Right.
So he came in, and that's when Frankie and I.
Look at that mouth. Last time I seen a mouth like that, it had a hook in it. It was a big ass catfish. Oh, that was Jay Prince. That was a mudfish. Look at that motherfucker's mouth. I told you not to fuck with me, Leonard. Especially when I can stop the camera and look, gingivitis on full effect. Look at that motherfucker's mouth. His tongue is scared to come out his mouth. Look at that. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little engine, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engine. You know, I'm counting his teeth, because you can count them motherfuckers separately. All that money you say you got, Leonard, why you ain't went and fixed that mouth yet? Instead of getting up on camera with them raccoon-looking eyes, them craters on your face, them bumps on your face, that nasty, foul smell. I can smell your breath right now, and I'm on a damn computer. Some tell me it stinks. I just know it stinks. I know your breath stinks. I bet money on it. I bet your breath stinks. Like my man said, I bet your breath smells so bad, people look forward to your farts. I'm petty. You make me feel my... Let me stop. Frankie Knuckles, we're about to... You're absolutely right there, HT Ball One. HT, what do you specialize in, sir? I'm not a house music guy, but what do you specialize in, sir? Well, if I go to your websites, or if I click onto your broadcast when you're on the station, what are you playing? House music. But I'm gonna let Leonard finish talking before I embarrass him some more.
And so it indeed did not come from shortening warehouse to house, because the music at the warehouse.
Remember that. House music is his speciality, folks. Just like smooth R&B, old school R&B is my speciality. That's what I do. When you come to my shows, 90% of what I play is old school R&B, smooth R&B. Yes, I play a lot of up to date music, but for the most part, especially in the last hour, that's what I do. I specialize in that. That's what I specialized in back then. When I was making them mixtapes, it was for them guys that was missing their wives. It's for them guys that was missing their girlfriend. They were sending these love tapes back home to their significant others.
Had its own name.
Right.
It was called Rice and Beans.
Rice and Beans.
Yeah, because
Explain
Frankie was serving. He was giving you service. That's what that term today. Oh, we're gonna give you service.
Look at it again. I can't help but look at this nigga's arms, folks. A good wind come through, you might break. Leonard, don't fall nowhere. Because who you gonna punch with them arms? Who you gonna hurt? If you gonna stump one of them roaches in your house or slap one of them roaches, they gonna look at you. I know a bitch named Bella hit harder than that. You should not have fucked with me, man. When you saw me come up on that panel, you should have just agreed with me. You're old enough to know what I'm saying is right. I ain't done with you yet, nigga. I told you I was gonna roast the fuck out of you old school style, and I meant it. Big J, remember how I told you, and I'm just referencing you. Remember I told you, if you get under my crawl, that's the worst thing that you could do? Go ask Big J, Leonard. Go ask Angry Man, Leonard. What I do for niggas like you. Look at him.
That's an old term from the warehouse.
Okay.
Disco was dead. They couldn't call it R&B because that was for old people. So they
couldn't call it R&B because that was for old people. No, R&B is not for old people. R&B is for everybody. But again, every time I stop the film, look at what's in front of us. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds of pure, unadulterated ugliness. You can't find a good-looking spot on you nowhere. Undersea World of Jacques Cousteau comes to mind. Land of the Lost comes to mind. Sleestack comes to mind when I see you. Monster when I see you. I ain't done with you, nigga.
So Rice and Beans.
Now, let's go back.
Frankie was serving to house because they were driving past and they seen the sign and it's like, what's that?
Right.
So he came in and that's when Frankie and when we met.
Okay.
And
okay, y'all remember that right there. He says this so-called guy says that he's the inventor, and he mentioned Frankie Knuckles. So I waited for that. Now let me go and pull up something here. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Look at this right here. See? Origins, the term of house. The one book from 2009 state that the name house music originated from Chicago. The club called The Warehouse was open from 1977 to 1982. Clubbers to The Warehouse were primarily "You Make Me Feel Hallelujah, It's Rain." Leonard, what was you there for? Again, no disrespect to the brothers and sisters in the alphabet community. Clubbers to the warehouse were primarily black, gay men who came to dance to music played by the club's resident DJ Frankie Knuckles, whose fans referred to him as the godfather of house. Frankie began the trend of splicing together different records when he found that the records were not long enough. Now, everything that you heard just now come out of Leonard's mouth is what Frankie Knuckles did. Living vicariously through somebody else. Wait a minute. He also said that the term house did not come from the warehouse. Again, I call bullshit. I'm not calling bullshit. Somebody else called bullshit. So take this up with the people that wrote this, Leonard, Gap Mouth. Frankie began the trend of splicing together different records when he found that the records he had were not long enough to satisfy his audience of dancers. Hence, that's when the music started being, instead of 3, 4, 5-minute songs, they became to 6, 7, 8, 15-minute songs. Sylvester. Once you got on the song with a Sylvester song, you 14, 15 minutes. Let me take up another one. Phyllis Hyman, You Know How to Love Me. 7 minutes and 16 seconds. Sugar Hill Gang, Apache, Eighth Wonder, all these different songs that were born out of necessities. How do I keep the dancers on the dance floor? Frankie Knuckles came up with the idea of, let me splice some shit together. So let me turn this 4-minute song into an 8-minute song. He wasn't doing it with turntables. He was literally doing it with cutting and pasting, as we say it now. But let's go further. After the warehouse closed in 1983, eventually the crowds went to Knuckles' new club, the Powerhouse, later called the Power Plant, where the club was renamed yet after into the Music Box, which Ron Hardy, the resident DJ in 1986. Documentary on house music in Chicago, filmmaker Phil Randstrom. Now, to give credit where credit's due, if you go find this same article, ladies and gentlemen, Leonard Roy is mentioned. How was he mentioned? One of those dudes was in the club, and he was a local DJ at a club that was next door. His club was either boring or must not have been going on, so he decided to take a trip to the other club and tell them that I got something coming out called house. That's like me telling my friend down the street, I got a new rap single coming out. I got a new artist coming out, but they never show up. Somebody else snatched up the rap, or somebody else snatched up the artist, and I'm just left over there talking about what I'm about to do. That's who you are, Leonard. What you was about to do. Oh, I ain't done with you, nigga. I got some more shit. Let me move this off the screen. I got some more shit. I told you I was going to roast you old school style. Let me go find something else to roast your ass with. Y'all read that up again. Lying ass nigga. Why are you lying? Why are you lying, Leonard? You think I couldn't go find this? Huh? You think I couldn't find this, Leonard? Is that it? You think nobody was going to go back and check up on you and see that you was lying? Huh, Leonard? Huh, Leonard?
What's going on, my video viewing audience? Leonard Roy coming at you. I'm muted on there. But I'm on the Miss Elite show. Like I said, I got to make a quick beer run.
And this was last night, Miss Elite. This nigga was streaming your stream. Now, Leonard, I got to say, I'm awfully honored at the fact that you paid Miss Elite $50 to shush me. It's pretty well, Miss Elite. I hope you made plenty of money last night. One thing for sure, folks, I'm not gonna pay no money to argue with a dumbass nigga. This nigga dropped $50 on Miss Elite last night talking about, if you want to come back up here and argue with me, drop 50. I wish the fuck I would. I got better things to do with my money. Again, no disrespect there, Miss Elite. But I'm not going to pay no money to argue with another nigga. No, ma'am. Not on no panel. Not on Sharon's panel. Not on anybody's panel. If you kick me off of what I got to say, all right, I'm going to move on. I'm going about my damn business. Or some folks do wait their time. Not me. But look what this, as I said, folks, so you didn't think I was making this up. This nigga is literally leaving his house damn near in the middle of the night to go buy some beer in the can. Classic alcoholic move.
Had old 900 that was getting at a brother from the Martin G. Johnson show. And just had Jay Rillo on here doing the you dig. Nah, and I gotta make a beer run, so let me yeah. I'm about to make a run. Let me get my you dig. I don't put that on camera, but
what up there, Big? How you living?
You dig? So oh, my man Marcus just doggone text something through. So yeah.
Now let me again look at that mouth, folks. Look at that goddamn yapper. God damn, could you imagine? Listen, I'd rather be bit by a snaggletooth jackass than that motherfucker there to kiss me. Like I said, for those who grew up around that time, y'all remember this country and western show used to come on every Saturday. Hee-haw. Y'all remember that mule that used to open it up? Hee-haw. That's this nigga right here. And then, at your age, you should know better than put on a MAGA hat. Donald Trump don't like you. None of them folks that you be over there running around would like you, Leonard. They see you as a clown. You're nothing to them. CT, be brave. Why are you always hanging out with the degenerates? Huh? Look at that mouth, y'all. Could you imagine being a woman and that motherfucker walk up to you and kiss you?
Yeah, let me oh, my key's hanging up. Yeah. See.
Oh, I ain't done with you, nigga. Look at that.
See.
Wait a minute. Look at that. Look at that shit on the side of his face. That shit look like a used Brillo pad. Cut that shit off and go wash a pot with it. Go scrub your floors with it. Go scrub your toilets with it, because that's what it's good for. Nigga, I'd have been cut that shit off my face. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to grow hair on your face to hide up all them imperfections, them boils growing on your face, them craters growing on your face, them fingerprint marks that you done been picking that shit over and over till it got affected to where your face looked like somebody just literally took a shit on it. You should be embarrassed. Look right there on the side of the screen, folks. His mouth open, and the next thing you see is that big ass ball. There's no amount of hair that you can hide that motherfucker. Damn, I bet you got it in two places. You probably got it on your face, and you probably got it on your ass. So I can imagine, either way you look at it, whether sitting down or looking in the mirror, you're still seeing the same goddamn thing. Just nastiness. Look at this. Just look at you, nigga.
They had old 900 hit up, and she was like, "Oh, were you on the do with the woo 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 and the woo diddy woo." Nah, make this quick run to the stove. And like she said, she was talking. I'm like, let me see how this going. Oh, it ain't working out right. But that's close enough. I had to really untangle it. Louisiana Creole flag, right? And then she saw.
Yeah, I wear a beard too, my brother. I do. I think it's, for me, I just, it was at some point in time when I was in the military. Of course, you had to be clean shaven. So for the majority of my adult life, I was clean shaven. But then one day I discovered growing a beard. I like how the salt and pepper looks on me, so I keep my beard squared away. It's not that I'm trying to hide any perfections or anything like that. There's a lot of men out there that wear beards. There's nothing wrong with it. But look at that right there, folks. Look at that shit on the screen. A double shot of, oh shit. Could you imagine waking up in the morning, that nigga trying to kiss you? Could y'all imagine that? Going to the store getting a beer. You in the store by yourself late at night and that motherfucker come in. Probably putting your hand on your pistol. I don't know whether he gonna rob me or you crackhead or something. I told him not to fuck with me, HT Ball One. I told this nigga last night, but one of the last things I said in Miss Elite's platform, I'm gonna roast you old school, nigga. So slow. This is a crock pot.
She drove past the house that I just washed to ride, and thus and so, and so and thus. You know what I mean? The way the New Yorker said, yeah, I mean, that's the stupidest doggone phrase that I've ever heard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, oh, yeah, I mean. So let me doggone close the garage door and.
That's the best I've seen Leonard look all night, right there. That's the best I've seen you look. Now, that's the picture you should put in front of everybody. Can't nobody see you. All they see is a silhouette, a shadow. That's the best I've seen you look yet. I want y'all to get a long look at that. I know.
These deer are just, all right, y'all keep playing here. All over there, all that light. That's the reason everything's lit up on that side of my house. A doggone deer ran across. Man. They better.
Yeah, that deer saw you and said, let me get the fuck up out of here. Could you imagine that motherfucker bite you? What is that? A bear. Ooh, a nigga.
And I'm now going on dark right now because there ain't no lights out here like that. See, ain't no lights. That? But I told the ladies, I was like, "Hey, ladies, I'll be right back. I'll be right back." Da 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 da. And see, for all them Wakandans in Blackistan. You know, they got this other guy, what's his name, Chaotic Truth? Yeah, see, unlike him, I'm not afraid of wearing a MAGA hat outside the house where I live. No fear, baby. I'm an Afghanistan, Iraq, war veteran.
Even more of a reason why you should hate Donald Trump. Even more of a reason, you dumb black yassaballs. I don't mind saying it. You are fucking yassaballs. Even more of a reason, you insult every black man, every man that's ever served in the service, bringing up your military credentials as to why you would support Donald Trump, that you were in Afghanistan. Left it up to Donald Trump, you'd be dead now. I ain't done with you, nigga. I told you, I put you in a crock pot last night.
You dig? I make it do what it do with Miller's Brew and don't give a damn as to the who. That be my feeling like the, can you woo woo woo? Or can you woo woo woo? You giving a damn about these folk? Yeah.
Look at that, folks. Look at that. That looked like a piranha, old ass piranha who can't eat no more. They've been chewing up every damn thing in sight, and their teeth done grinded down. Look at the space between that nigga's teeth. Now, believe me, I'm not cracking on anybody's looks, but the last thing that you should do if you got beef with somebody is to put this shit on, put yourself looking like this with a motherfucker like me. That's the last thing you should have done. Look at that motherfucker's mouth. Down, 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 down. Yeah, that's dueling banjos. Remember when they was up in the woods in the bayou, and that old country fella was sitting up there playing the banjos. You know what happened to him later on? Yeah, they held him up for the number 6 dance. No, they didn't kill him. No, they raped the shit out of him later on at the number 6 dance. That's what they gonna do to you, Leonard, when they see that pretty mouth. Well, they won't see that pretty mouth. About 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers can run up in you because you got all kind of spaces. That's like an electric charging station. You can just plug in anywhere. Because you seem to always want to harp on the alphabet community, but you always seem to be in places where the alphabet community is hanging out at. Like that particular club. It's now documented that club was known. I'm not saying Frankie Knuckles was gay, but that club was known to be predominantly frequented by gay black men. So I ask you, what was you doing there? Especially looking like that. Yeah, he was doing the hucklebuck. He was doing the hucklebuck there, Miss J.
They can drink a whole doggone 32 ounce. Hey, I'm good. Yeah. What's going on, my man? Hey, you had to make that last beer run before y'all shut down shop. Yeah. I do, have to, little ladies, let them know what's going on.
Them ladies ain't interested in you.
I tell them, I ain't new to it. I'm true to it.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. First of all, if by chance you should happen to be entertaining the company of females, one thing for damn sure, I guarantee if you went back to the house with a damn 6-pack or a 2 OE, 240 OEs, chance of you getting lucky that night is 2, slim and none. Because one of y'all gonna pass out from that goddamn toilet water y'all drinking.
A little something for these here. Yeah. They don't know. I ain't new to it. I'm true to it. I'd be like, talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick.
It's an embarrassment, isn't it, Miss J?
Yeah.
That's why I put it up there. Because this is this nigga's daily life. This is what
New Year coming in. And you know what I've been clowning about? All that doggone Project 2025 stuff that they was talking about. Ain't none of it happened.
No.
And none of it happened.
I played that for a reason, folks. That man in that store don't give a fuck about what you talking about. Project 2025. It don't take effect till the first of the year. January 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Folks are going to start feeling the effects of what you say ain't happened yet. Watch and see. You're a fucking idiot. A Yazzabalson ass idiot. Yazzaballs.
Stuff they was talking about Project 2025 and Trump and this and that and that and this. I'm like, they just upset because Kamala didn't win. But that's all right. I'm Republican till I die. Combat veteran. They take care of us. Democrats don't do nothing.
No, they don't.
Not for we veterans that defend this doggone great country up in here. Dude. Yeah, I'll be like
Hey,
this.
hey, folks,
Y'all gonna make me look.
don't look at it. How come every time I stop on pure ugliness? There's nothing good about you, Leonard. There's no defining feature on you that somebody could say, well, he ain't. No, don't lie to yourself. There's nothing about you that's appealing to females. Now I'm on the side of the thing on the screen there. I think you are gay because you talk about tallywhacker in your mouth too much. You talk about men's physiques too much. You're always referring to something of the alphabet community. I think you are gay, and it solidified it by you hanging out in that club. And the government don't give a shit about vets. There's not a city in the United States of America that you can't find a homeless vet. Major city. Charleston, South Carolina. You can go right there right now and walk up to some of them folks that's homeless and ask them, did you serve? Yeah, sure did. Why don't you go to the VA hospital, get help? They don't do nothing for you there. All this is red tape. Stop it, Leonard. I'm not saying the VA doesn't have its thing. But if they did, was so concerned about veterans, there wouldn't be so many homeless of them.
Up in here, straight like so. Yeah, let me doggone. Ooh, I didn't even hit the doggone whatchamacallit. Let me throw this over here. I'm gonna upload this for old Elite, so she know what's crack-a-lack-a-lin, and I'm gonna head on back to the hacienda. So, love, peace, hair.
Nigga, bye. You just gave me nightmares. But I ain't done with you. I told you, Leonard, I was gonna slow cook you, and I meant that. I was gonna slow cook you, and I meant that, sir. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where we at, Leonard? Where you at, Leonard? Where you at, Leonard? Y'all watch Leonard dance for a minute. Y'all watch Leonard dance while I go find this.
Right? This motherfucker here, this motherfucker here, this motherfucker here, super duper funny to me, funny as hell. This motherfucker here, on the show doing shots, right? Oh shit! I had to go on my B channel to get it in. Yo,
look at that.
Sister Goddess, you know, you can talk all the shit you want with your little bastard, okay? You know what a bastard is? A bastard is a child that was born.
Look at that. Even on your best day, even with a fresh haircut, you still look like shit. Now, I don't know how many of you folks have ever seen Six the Goddess before, but I think Six the Goddess is quite an attractive young lady. I don't follow her, but I've seen her on different platforms before. So why, Leonard, why would you be talking about a woman like this? That seems to be commonplace for you. It seems like you're always bashing black women. So I got to lean to the fact that when I hear people saying that you're paying for the other side, that you pitching and catch it, I'm believing them. But you always got a cheap beer in your hand too.
Out of wedlock. Now me, I don't have any bastard children. You do, right? And what gives birth to bastards? Bitches! Bitches and bastards. They all go together. Yeah. And then comes Six the Goddess. You want to spell goddess the right way? I know you from Florida, and you a dumbass bitch. A dumbass bitch that gives birth to
bastards. Yeah, you got a little bastard child.
And no disrespect there, Six of Goddess. I'm sorry that he has your name in your mouth. But look at them goddamn look at them goddamn teeth. Them shits look like I'm in landscaping business. We call that a hard rake. That's what his teeth look like, a hard rake. For those in the landscaping business, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's that rake that you dig into the ground to pull the roots and shit out. That hard rake, not the fan rake, the hard rake has got the metal prongs to it. The hard rake. Look at that motherfucker's mouth. Why, first of all, again, if you've seen Six the Goddess, why would you even be talking all up under that woman's clothes like that? Anyway, to me, she's an attractive woman. And this nigga sound like somebody who don't want no parts or no pussy at no time. Come on, Leonard.
Now you're trying to find a daddy for your bastard, daddy for your bastard. Yeah, keep trying to do that in Atlanta. Because women like you come around a dime a dozen.
They don't come to your house.
This is like my honest thoughts. Sinful to P, the sidekick he rolled with, and Kevin Samuels. You won't see me. You know, hell, even if it was O'Shea Jackson, this would be my same, exact same opinion. Let it loose. Open the holes.
Why? Why? This is what I'm talking about. Uncouth, backwater, babbling ass, gap tooth, no couth having motherfucker. Why would you be on a live stream pulling out your tiddywhacker and taking a pee? Why? I told you not to fuck with me, Leonard. I warned you, but you kept talking that yak up there. You didn't think I knew anything about you. Why would you be in this? I put you in the same category as Jay Prince. I put you in the same category as, what's that other guy's name? Be Brave. I put you in the same category as John, whatever his name, John Gold. All of y'all niggas are the same. There's no difference in you. There's no difference in you. Look at you, grown ass motherfucking man. What grown man does this, folks? What grown man in their right mind does this? Huh? Why? Why?
That's about 2 beers right there. At least 2 beers. Yeah, that's my opinion on that subject. So, those that don't like it, I don't care.
Wait. You know folks, you know he nasty because he walked straight out the bathroom after handling his business, straight into the next room, didn't wash his hands, didn't think about it. You think that's not a common practice for that nasty ass nigga? You think that when he go to the bathroom, even when he wipe his ass, you think he get up and wash his hands? Sure don't. So imagine if this nigga worked in a fast food restaurant. Imagine that nigga just going to the stove and you reaching over the counter and he touching your hand. That's right, nastiness. I told you I was going to slow roast you. I told you I was going to slow roast you old school style, nigga. You should have left me alone last night. You spent $50 to get rid of me, so I'm making sure you get your $50 worth. I'm making sure Miss Elite enjoy the money, but I'm enjoying this more. That's right, Mike. That's why you got to wash your own hands, because you never know who's going to roll up in that motherfucker, huh? You never know. Keep you some hand sanitizer next to you, folks, in your car, at your workstation. Hell, they even got them little things, them little bottles that you can put in your pocket, especially with y'all ladies. Because you see niggas like that walk around just nasty for no reason.
Look at this here. Okay. Now this one I told you about. The struggle stream, right? Now that's a guy named Bullets. We get along great on her stream. That's not her. You got 2 people watching this. 2 people. Now if I X this out, it's been streaming for 50 minutes. You see it right there. Started streaming 50 minutes ago.
So, and see, that's the thing. Some of these folks equate the amount of subscribers or whatever to channel supremacy. But it does not make a difference. I don't care if there's one person down in my listening lounge when I'm broadcasting live, or if there's one person down there on my YouTube stream watch me. I don't care, because that one person could have been any fucking where else. But they took time out of their day to stop and listen to me. If that ain't gratitude enough for you, what else is? Of the millions and millions of people in the world, somebody decided to stop and say, let me see what my man talking about. Where you want me to go back to, Miss Jalen? Yeah, I know. I know that, Mike. Don't want to know. I was some things you just want to, hopefully just want to stay oblivious to. A few seconds. Okay.
Her stream. That's not her. You got 2 people watching this. 2 people. Now if I X this out, it's been streaming for 50 minutes. You see it right there. Started streaming 50 minutes ago. Yeah. She is beyond a level of a struggle.
I would imagine you know those folks there. I'm not sure. Is that what you're looking for, Miss J? But again, there was a lady next to him smoking a cigarette. I thought that was him smoking a cigarette, but you're right. You're right there. Let me go back to that again. You're right, Miss J. Hold on.
2 people watching this. 2 people. Now if I X this out, it's been
right there.
streaming.
Yes. Who is that?
For 50 minutes. You see it right there. 2 people.
Yeah, who's that? Is that a lady? I don't know. I can only see a hand. That's a mighty big hand. That's a mighty big hand. I'm just saying. But damn, see that? You. Oh, okay. She said, look at the nails. Okay.
It's been streaming for 50 minutes. You see it right there. Started streaming 50 minutes ago. Yeah.
Well, Miss J, I know one damn thing for sure. If I got a woman in my house, the last thing I'm worried about is who's on the internet. That's for damn sure. There's going to be some entertainment, but it won't be from the damn TV screen. That's for sure.
Struggle stream. Okay. What she does, she streams other people's stream. It's like, don't you have an original thought in your head? What's going on? This is Leonard Roy. You got doggone Big J, Triple X, Mr. YouTube Thug, YouTube Tough Guy. You better keep my name out your mouth. What you gonna do? Reach through the internet and grab me around the neck or something?
No, that's gonna happen a little bit later on.
Get your butt in Planet Fitness and get some of that bacon off your back before you end up with high blood pressure and have a stroke. That's what you need to be doing. You're the one that live your life
via YouTube.
Now, how could you say that Big J lives his life via YouTube when I see you everywhere? And again, look at it, look at that, folks. No matter where you stop at, you still run into ugly. Look at that. That motherfucker look like a baboon there. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's the sound that should be coming out your mouth right now. You look like you escaped from the Planet of the Apes, the 1970 version. Cornelius is your name. Pick up the bucket, Cornelius. Oh, Cornelius, don't be so harsh. You's an ugly motherfucker. You was ugly. U-G-L-Y. No, you ain't ugly. You are fucking ugly. That nigga ugly. Am I lying? Hey there, Cyber. Am I lying? That nigga is ugly. Look at that. Do you see right there the picture that's froze on the screen right there? Does he not look like a chimp? Does he not look like he's about to get out and do a maiden call? And he talked too much too, don't he? Yap, 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 yap. Just like last night. Folks couldn't get in a word edgewise because his drunk ass chimp. Just like on what's the name of the movie? Since they like to reference movies, you ain't nothing but an old chimp. Denzel said it in Glory. You ain't nothing but an old duck ass chimp. Smiling in white folks' faces, clowning, yas and bows, and that's from A Soldier Story. Look at you, bug-eyed chimp. Look at him, folks. He about to get choked out in a little while. I had to say the grand finale for something.
Real life, home. Hey, Vaughn, why don't you ask your husband for permission so you can go outside?
Look at that nigga's face. How did you take a razor to that motherfucker? I bet you bled like a stuck hog a couple hours before a 4th of July picnic. Look at that nigga's teeth. If I was you, Leonard, I would wear a mask. The pandemic helped you out. The pandemic helped us out because you had to wear a mask. Niggas didn't have to see that shit coming towards them. I could imagine me being in a restaurant eating and I happen to lift up and seeing you walk through the motherfucking door. Look at that right there. Freshly squeezed bumps on the side of your face, ooze and nastiness, and you got the nerve to show up in a restaurant. Coming out the bathroom unwashed. That's why all that shit is on your face, them years of you not washing your hand. Them ain't no keloids. Them is old shits. Look at that. What's that? Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt to why the keloids is on your face. But what is the excuse about them damn teeth? Like I said, I'd rather be bit by a snaggletooth jackass than even for you to even nibble on me. I know that shit gonna hurt.
Videotape yourself outside. Maybe you high yellow ass to get some sun on your doggone skin. You won't be walking around looking like a Oompa Loompa pink motherfucker.
Look.
All pink.
Wait.
Oompa pink motherfucker.
Wait. Let me back up. Look.
Maybe you high yellow ass to get some sun on your doggone skin. You won't be walking.
Look at that shit on that's hanging off the side of his face, folks. That looked like a fucking Herman the Monster. You remember that boat that Herman had out the side of his face? Look at this. Every time you stop, this nigga get more uglier. That's the theme of this ugliness. Look at you, Leonard. You got the nerve to get on the screen and talk about anybody's imperfections. Have you looked at yourself? Look at that shit on the side of your face, man. Look at you. Chicken neck, bumps on your face, teeth spread apart. Your teeth got a military slap. Them bitches done open ranks and fell out since you was in the military. You was living proof that Indian did fuck Buffalo. Look at that shit right there, folks. Look how that nigga's looking. Look at that mouthpiece. Could you imagine being a hamburger? Could you imagine being some French fries? Could you imagine being anything and seeing that motherfucking mouth coming towards you? Could you imagine being a woman and participate in some oral satisfaction and seeing that motherfucker? That nigga gonna give you a hysterectomy. Your shit is gone. He done bit it out you. Poor food, poor diet, poor everything. Alcohol. Look at that. Everything about you said bad life. Everything about your skin, your teeth, your words say you have lived a bad life. I ain't done with you, nigga. I told you I put you in a slow cooker last night.
Walking around looking like a Oompa Loompa pink motherfucker, you know? Won't be looking all pink and everything.
Come Monday morning, I got some for your ass. Trust me.
Come Monday morning, I got something for your ass. Come Monday morning, I got something for your ass. Look here. She didn't wait till Monday morning.
Okay.
That's some bullshit. How would you feel if I did something like that to you?
I don't care what you do, because all you do is talk about crazy. Man, if you don't get your hands off of me, what the fuck wrong with you?
Choked out.
Don't you put your hands on. All you do is talk about crazy. Man, if you don't get your...
Choke the fuck out, Leonard. Them teeth couldn't save you then, huh? When she got them, when she put them bear claws on you and choked your motherfucking out, she had you hemmed up in the corner. She could have finished your ass. Finish him. This was in 2011. If this happened to me in 2011, folks, and I know this was on the internet, you'd never see me again. You'd never see me again if this happened to me while I was on the internet. What about y'all? Let's re-roll that beautiful bean footage. Sitting there nice and calm, sitting on this computer. Sitting in his little corner. Obviously, he married. November 5th, 2011. Look what happened to this nigga. A day that'll live in infamy for you wanted, Leonard.
Yeah, what you do, because all you do is talk about crazy. Man,
then bit that nigga too.
Hands off of me. What the fuck wrong with you?
I cannot believe that shit.
The fuck wrong with you?
Y'all didn't notice that? You bit that nigga too. Wait a minute. Look, see it?
If you don't get your
you bit that
hands
nigga.
off of me. What the fuck wrong with you?
I cannot believe that shit.
The fuck wrong with you?
I did something like that to you.
I don't care what you do.
I don't care what
All
you do.
is
But
talk
she
about
said I had
crazy.
enough. Look, she bit that nigga. See it? Well, they ain't together no more. Well, if that's his wife, I know one thing. She put hands on him this night. Y'all think that's the first time that happened? Do you think that woman is so fed up that she clearly says, I'm tired of this shit? So, but here goes a peek into the rest of them manosphere niggas. That them niggas that sit around every night, even though they got women at home, that woman is fed up with them. They're tired of them. That's why Angry Man is outside. Have y'all been to visit the Angry Man streams lately? He's no longer broadcasting in the house because his folks is tired of all that fucking screaming and yelling. Just like this woman is. Tired of all that screaming and yelling. You being on the internet watching porn instead of tending to my needs. Arguing with people you don't know instead of tending my needs. She said, I'm tired of that shit. I want a divorce. Now he run around the internet talking about he was the catalyst for it. Well, this was the catalyst for it because y'all were still together then. Let me back up again. I want you to get the full footage of you getting your ass choked the fuck out. I told you I was going to slow cook you.
I don't care what you do, because all you do is talk about crazy. Man, if
And
you
get
don't
that
get your
nigga.
hands off of me. What the fuck wrong with you?
I cannot believe that shit.
The fuck wrong with you? What the fuck wrong with you?
I want a divorce.
Put your hands on me.
I want a divorce.
Don't you put your hands on
Put your
me.
hands on me.
Don't you put your hands on me.
I know how to fight, bitch.
You don't put your hands on me.
I know how to fight, bitch. She already told him. Notice he didn't run up on her either. Y'all notice that? He didn't run up on her, did he? Hell no, he didn't, because he knew what was going to happen to his ass. He ran up on that chick again. He said he looked healthy then. Or he had black hair then. I don't know about the healthy part, but he had black hair then. 2011.
Don't you put that goddamn picture.
Why? It's going up.
Go ahead and put it up, bitch.
That's what I want to do. That's my favorite.
I want a goddamn lawyer, and I want to fucking get a divorce.
That's her. That's her right there. Been ducking divorce papers all this month. You've been served. You've been served.
Great.
Bye, Felicia.
That I'm not delighting in her demise. I wish her the best, but
You ain't lying. I'm not delighting her not demise. I'm wishing her the best. I guarantee I'm glad that you're glad that you got away from that motherfucker. I bet, Miss Lady, that you are happy that you got the fuck away from Leonard. In 2011, when he finally served you with them papers, they broke up because of the internet, because he was trying to post something either about her or post some pictures of some women, and she got tired of it. Told him, I'm tired of this shit. Don't post it. And he said, I'm going to post what the fuck I want. And she got so pissed at him that she bit that nigga and choked him out. And all he could do was get up and say, don't put your hands on me no more, because he knew better to run up on her because she said it. I know how to fight, bitch.
Yeah, and just see your ass in court.
oh, Angela. Oh, bye,
Angela.
girl.
Oh,
Bye.
Angela.
That's all I'm going to say to that, Leonard. Rest in peace, motherfucker. I didn't come on. I don't know what made you think that that stream that Miss Elite was holding last night was about you. You tried to make it about you, as you do everybody's shit. You try to make it about you. Don't nobody care about you. Don't nobody come to see you, Otis. Don't nobody give a fuck who you are. Don't nobody care about you, because every time I see somebody talking about you, one thing we all have in common. Nobody likes you. Everybody thinks you're ugly. Everybody thinks you're drunk. Everybody. Y'all hold on just a second before I close this out. My bad there, folks. I had to take a phone call. Folks know exactly when I say I'm on a schedule, folks know exactly what I mean. When I say I'm going to end something, I'm going to end it. But I got to get out of here in just a few minutes here. But before I do, Leonard, like I said, don't fuck with me. Somebody actually married that motherfucker. You're right. Don't fuck with me no more, Leonard. Take this as a warning shot. I'm not, as they say, I haven't had any left-handed cigarettes, so you got a light dose of me today. That's the light dose. I'm petty. I'm the champion when it comes to my brothers and sisters. I grew up in a big family, so you had to be able to hold your own amongst a family full of folks that knew how to play the dozens. Don't fuck with me. Again, mentioning Jay Prince and a few of the others and Angry Man, you better go back and listen to them streams. I don't have no sympathy for loose niggas. I don't care how you fall apart. I don't care if you're mad. All I know is the only thing I'm going to care about you, what's your name? Leonard Roy, is I hope I never come close enough to you to smell that stinking ass breath of yours. Because I know you smell like ought to be damned. I know you smell like last week. Because every time I see you, you got on a raggedy ass t-shirt. I don't never see you engaging in any shower. I don't never hear you say, I got to get off this stream and take a shower. I see you at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning with a beer in your hand or a bottle of alcohol or some kind of liquor trying to claim your glory days of being a DJ somewhere. Well, I'm active at what I do. HT Baldwin is active at what he do. DJ Silky Red is active at what she do. DJ Dreadhead Said is active at what he do. Miss Unassuming, DJ Broken, they're active at what they're doing. They're perfect. Where you only trying to live shit from 1982, 83, 84, hoping you get honorable mention somewhere where we're actually building memories. You living off one. Don't fuck with me no more. And this should be a heed to warning to any of you other niggas that come over here trying to defend what's his name, Ashton or Floyd. Platinum. What's his name? Boss Hog, whatever his name is. What's the guy named? Passer, $40. Y'all better leave a nigga like me alone. Because I don't mind getting in the mud. I can play on both sides of the street. I don't mind serving you niggas up for comedy. Especially at the end of the year. What a better way to close out than on a joking atmosphere. Y'all see what I mean? Wait a minute. Y'all want to joke one more time before I leave? Hold on. Leonard, take us on out the door one more time, man. Come on, man. Give us a little two-step. Go and do the hucklebuck for these folks. Do the hucklebuck. Look at him, y'all. He getting it. Look at Simple. Next time, nigga, you teaching, make sure you don't get caught. I'm not to be fucked with at all. At all. At no time. At all. Not at all. Heed my warning. Last year, I was nice. This year, I got one more for you. This year, don't play with me.
Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. I said move. Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Whoa. Oh no, the fight's out. Whoa. I'm about to punch your lights out.
I'm about to punch your lights out next time you fuck with me. Y'all be cool. Everybody have a safe and prosperous new year. If you're interested later on, a little bit later on this evening, I'll kick things off. We'll wind up the new year and close it on out with myself, DJ Silky Red, and any of the other DJs who want to jump on and participate in the New Year's Eve festivities. You're more than welcome to. So coming up at about 5 or 6 o'clock, I'll lead it off, and then I'll slide you in there to DJ Silky Red and any other DJs that want to roll on in and welcome into New Year. Other than that, folks, if you're watching the big apple drop, the big peach drop, or wherever you're at in the world, happy, safe, prosperous New Year. I'll see you folks next year around this time. Now, probably a little bit sooner than that, because I'm sure Leonard Roy going to say something about me. So I look forward to the next Loose Nigga Roundup. I wasn't going to do it anymore these years, but something tell me with all this shit with Floyd and all this other stuff going on, I'm going to have to report on some of these other loose niggas that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. So y'all stand by to stand by. Y'all have a good night or a good afternoon. Be safe.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Now you standing up in here, goddamn it, talking about preaching preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep going. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddamn it. God bless the fool. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We're taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, mother. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,